Hello, dear students. Today in this class, what sort of question we will be doing? We will be doing precisely those questions which deals in equal interest. That is, we will be given two portions of interest. That is, interest one is equal to interest two. There will be two cases given to us. Let's say case one and case two. Okay. So case one and case two. In both the scenarios, both the cases, the interest one will be equal to the interest two. That is, first of all, if I write I1 is equal to I2, then what will happen? P1 R1 T1 by 100 is equal to P2 R2 T2 by 100, or rather what I'll say 100 to 100 will cancel. So what I will be doing is P1 R1 T1 is equal to P2 R2 T2, and sometimes it happens that this T is given equal. If this T is equal, if T is same, then in that scenario what we will do is P1 R1 is equal to P2 R2. If T is equal, so these will cancel, so P1 R1 is equal to P2 R2. That way we will be doing the questions, and I'm sure it will be clear to all of you whatever I do. Okay, in what time will the simple interest on 1750 at 9% per annum be the same as that on rupees 2500 at 10.5% per annum in 4 years? So we see this interest is 4 in both the cases. See, T is equal to 4 in both cases. So what I'll do is P1 R1 is equal to P2 R2. That is the thing. Let's look at the question. 17 P1 is 1750 into the rate is given to us as 9%. In what time will the simple interest on this be the same as that on rupees 2500? Okay. I'm sorry. See, I didn't see. This is here we have to find the time. Be the same as that on rupees 2500 at 10.5% per annum in 4 years. This is given to T2. This T1 we have to find out. Okay, T1 into P1 R1. See, T1, what is the P? P is 1750, rate of interest is 9%, and the time given to us is 2500. Uh, this time we have to find out. In the second case, we have the principal as 2500, rate as 10.5%, and the time given to us is 4 years. Okay, so what will happen is, see, whatever you can cancel, first of all, this 0 and this 0 cancel. Then if I cancel this 0 with this decimal, this can be done. Now what do we have is, we have T is equal to 25 into 4 into 105 divided by what we have is 175 into 9. Now look, 25 and 175 will cancel to give me 7. 7 cancels with 105 to give me 15. 15 cancel with 3 is 5. This will give me 3. 4 into 5 is 20 by 3. So far clear? 20 by 3 means, it means 6 plus 2 by 3. 2 by 3, this is these many years. So 6 plus 2 by 3 years means, what I can say is 6 years, 6 years and 8 months. This is your answer, my dear students. I am very sure it must be clear to all of you. 6 years and 8 months. So this way we will be solving all the questions, and it will be very easy. I assure you this thing. Now again one more question, and it will be so easy to see. Divide rupees 6,000 into two parts so that the simple interest on the first part for 2 years at 6% per annum may be equal to the simple interest on the second part for 3 years at 8% per annum. What have we discussed? In such sort of question, what we will be doing? P1 R1 T1 is equal to P2 R2 T2. Just a second, my dear students. I have did a blunder, I think. Now, let me write this portion again, the small portion which I did it. P1 R1 T1 is equal to P2 R2 T2. This was the thing. What is the principal one? See, 6,000 is divided into two parts. Let's say the first part is x, the second part is 6,000 minus x. Okay. What is the rate one? 2 years, 6%. 6% for 2 years. This will be equal to, maybe equal to the simple interest on the second part for 3 years at 8% per annum. 8% per annum for 3 years. From here, what I can say, dear students, from here I can say 12x is equal to 6,000 minus x into 24, or I can say x upon 6,000 minus x is equal to 12 by 24, or 2 is to 1. That is, now what you need to do is, you need to make this x, okay, this x as something which is double of this thing, and sum of these two should be 6,000. So that way x should be 4,000 and this should be 2,000. So that means option A is your answer. Getting, my dear students? Option A is your answer. Option A is our answer. Let's take few more questions. Next question we have, dear students. A person invests a certain amount in 3 different plans for 6 years, 10 years, and 12 years at 10%, 12%, 15%. At the completion of each plan, he gets the same interest. The ratio of investment in the 3 plans is, let's look at this, students. What we are given, let's say interest on plan 1 is equal to interest on plan 2 is equal to interest on plan 3. Okay, this is given to us. Now let's assume that this is given. Okay, what I can do now is, let's say principal 1 is P1, principal 2 is P2, principal 3 is P3, or XYZ. So let's say P1 is equal to X, P2 is equal to Y, and P3 is equal to Z. Okay, now what we have, X. At X, the interest is calculated at 10%, at 10% at the rate of, for 6 years. Okay, this is equal to what? I'm not dividing by 100 because I have already told you P1 R1 T1 is equal to P2 R2. P1 R1 T1 is equal to P2 R2 T2 is equal to P3 R3 T3. We have discussed this thing already. Okay, the second part is 10 years at the rate of 12%. Okay, that's right. In this is Y. The third part is Z. This is invested for 15% for 12 years. Okay, now the thing is there anything which I can cancel? Yes, 5 and 3 both can be cancelled. See, just think about it. This is 60. I am cancelling everything by 15. 60 cancelled by 15 will give me 4. This is 120. 120 cancelled by 15 will give me 8. Then last thing is, this cancelled by 15 will give me 12z. So that way I can say 4x is equal to 8y. 4x is equal to 8y is equal to 12z. The ratio of his investment in the 3 plans is, students, one thing is clear, that this part is double of this part. Getting it? Why? X by y. If you just look at x by y, there are 2 ways of solving it. One thing I'm saying is that this part is double of this part. In which option is the second part half of the first part in this option? So this is my answer. Let me show you in detail. This is 4x, 8y is equal to 12z. I am saying divide everything by divide by 24. The moment you divide everything by 24, what you will get? 4x by 24 is equal to 8y by 24 is equal to 12z by 24, or you can say x by 6 is equal to y by 3 is equal to z by 2. 632, you getting this? Yes. Let's us assume this is equal to k. So x is equal to, that way I can say x is equal to 6k, okay, y is equal to 3k, and z is equal to 2k. So that way what we can do is 6k, 3k, 2k, 6k, 3k, 2k, the ratio is 6 is to 3 is to 2. The moment I saw this, now I could figure out that x upon y will be, from here I could say x upon y will be 8 by 4 or 2 by 1. Double. X will be double of y. Only this option x is double of y. So this was a more easy method of doing it. I'm sure it must be clear to all of you. So should I be proceeding to the next one? The simple interest on a certain sum of money for 8 years at the rate of 5% per annum is rupees 840. At what rate of interest per annum the same amount of interest can be received on the same sum after 5 years? See, the thing is, what is given to us? Let's say we have a fixed principal P. The simple interest on certain money for 8 years at 5% per annum is 840. Okay. P, we are given like I1 is equal to I2. In both the cases, it is 840 rupees. I repeat again, the simple interest on a certain sum of money for 8 years at the rate of 5% per annum is 840. Let's say this principal is X. Okay. I think I should be writing a bit towards this side. Is this visible? All of this? Yes. Yes, yes. So for 8 years at the rate of 5% per annum, at the rate of 5% per annum by 100 is equal to 840. This is the thing. Okay. So here I can say, from here I can easily calculate the principal. Let's say this principal into 8. This is I1. Okay. Now 8 into 5 is 8 into 5 is 40. If you cancel 840 by 40, you get 21. So the principal comes out to be 2100. Now, at what rate of interest per annum the same amount of interest can be received on the same sum after 5 years? Now, what we have, principal is equal to 2100, time is equal to 5 years, rate is not known, interest is known as 840. So, if I apply the formula, so the formula will be interest is equal to principal I is equal to P into R into T by 100. Okay, dear students. Now see how easy it becomes. You can say this interest is how much? 840 is equal to principal you have already found out, 2100. Rate you need to find out. The time is given to us as 5 years. This 0 and this 0 cancels out. So far I think everything is clear. Divided by 100. So this 100 comes over here, okay? 100 into 84. Again one more 0 cancels out. 21 and 84 cancel to give you 4. Okay. 5 cancels with 10 to give you 2. So that way R comes out at 8%. So this R is equal to 8%. Do we have any such option? Yes. Option number B is our answer. I'm very sure it must be clear to all of you, dear students. And let me check if everything is visible or not. Just give me a second, dear students. I hope, let me just check the screen. The next question we have is, simple interest earned on a principal. See, first of all, we are given a principal of 500. The simple interest earned on a principal of rupees 500 4 years at 6.25% per annum is equal to the simple interest on a principal of 400 to 5% per annum for a certain period of time. Find the period of time. What have we discussed? Towards P1 into R1 into T1 is equal to P2 into R2 into T2. Directly apply this formula, you will get the answer. P1 is given to us as 500 for 4 years at a rate of 6.25 is equal to what? 400 at 5% per annum for a certain period of time. Let's say this time is t. Now let's see what you can cancel. You can cancel this double zero with double zero. You can cancel this 4 with this 4. You can cancel this 5 with this 5. So you very easily get t is equal to 6.25 years, or you can say 6 1 by 4 years. That is option number C is your answer. I hope it is clear to all of you. Okay, let's move to the next one. Let's move to the next one, dear students. If 12,000 is divided into two parts such that the simple interest on the first part for 3 years at 12% per annum, such that the simple interest on first part, see again let me read the question first. Per annum is equal to simple interest on the second part for 4.5 years at 16% per annum. The greater part is, we need to find the bigger part. Okay, see, we will be applying the formula T1 R1 T1 is equal to P2 R2 T2. We have done this thing. We are very okay. Let's say the two parts are, let's say the part P1 is X and the part P2 is 12,000 minus X. So that way X into 3 years at 12% per annum is equal to 12,000 minus X into what? This is 4.5 years for how many time, how much years? 16 years. Okay. So that way we get X into 36 is equal to 12,000 minus X into 4 into 16 64, half into 16 8, 64 and 8 72. So see how easy it becomes by 12,000 minus X is equal to 72 upon 36, or you can say 2 is to 1. So this ratio is 2 is to 1. Now what do you need to do, my dear students? Just divide this 12,000, total of 12,000, into these two parts, such that these two parts are in the ratio of 2 is to 1, that is 8,000 and 4,000. Okay, X upon 12,000 minus X is equal to 2 is to 1 ratio is 8,000, 4,000. Sum of these two is 12,000. So option A is your answer. I hope it is clear to all of you. Shall we move to the next one? Okay, let's move to the next one. Now we have almost a similar question to the what we have done in the previous parts, but this is even shorter. This is one step lesser. A sum of rupees 12,000 is divided into two parts such that the simple interest on one part for 3 years at 12% per annum may be equal to the simple interest on the other part for 4.5 years at 16% per annum. The ratio of the two parts is, see, if I directly apply the formula P1 R1 T1 is equal to P2 R2 T2. I am not even writing the parts. I just need to find the ratio. Let's say P1. What is the rate? R1. R1 is 12% for 3 years. P2. R2 is 16% for 4.5 years. So that way I can say P1 by P2 is equal to 16 into 4.5 is 72 divided by 36. So it becomes quite obvious P1 by P2 is equal to 2 is to 1. Do we have any such option? Yes. Option B is your answer. Okay, I hope it's clear to all of you. Let's move to the next one. Two equal sums of money are lent out at same time at 8% and 7% per annum simple interest. Okay, two equal sums are lent out at 8% and 7% simple interest per annum. The former is recovered 6 months earlier than the latter, and the amount received in each case is equal to 2560. The sum and the time for which the sums of the money are lent out is, if you are good at calculation, students, you can do a lot of things verbally, but since I need to teach you. I'll tell the question in detail. Look, we already know the principle is same. First of all, we know the logic P1 R1 T1 is equal to P2 R2 T2. Okay, we have the principle is, we know that our principle is same. So let's say I remove this. Now what is rate 1? 8. What is rate 2? 7. What is time 1? See, the former is recovered 6 months earlier than the later. Okay, so let's say if this time is t, so this time will be t plus half. I hope you understand this. Okay, if this is t, so this will be t plus half, or I can say t upon t plus half is equal to 7 by 8. Does see, this is t plus half years. Now easily you can solve. This is like half. This is, or you can better way read it, 7 upon 7 plus 1. Like if this half is 1, if this half is 1, then t comes out to be, you understand, like if this 1 is half, then this 7 will be what? Then this 7 will be 7 into half. 7 into half, or 3.5. Student, this is basically linear equation. You multiply this, you multiply this, you will directly get the answer, but this is a better way of solving this. So your t comes out to be 3.5 years. So the t is 3.5 years. The other will be t plus half will be, 3.5 plus half, that is 4 years. I hope the things must be clear so far. There won't be any doubt in this. Okay, yeah. So we have got that time as t is 3.5 years. Now what do we need to find? That the former is recovered 6 months earlier than the latter, and the amount received in each case is equal to 2560. See students, the amount received is equal, the amount is 2560. If the same principal is given and you are getting the same amount, that means the interest was same. That's why we did it. Now we are given the amount as 2560. Let's take the first principal is p. Okay, then principal plus interest is equal to amount. We know this thing, principal plus interest is equal to amount. That way I can say, what is the principal? Principal is p, interest is principal into rate. Rate is 8 into time is 3.5 divided by 100. This will give me the amount as 2560. This becomes p plus 8 into 3.5 is 2.8. 28 by 100 is 0.28 p is equal to 2560, or 1.28 p. 1.28 p is equal to 2560. This way p is 2560 upon 1.28, or you can say 2000 rupees. So that way your answer is option number A. Option A is your answer. I hope it is clear to all of you. Let's move to the next one. Done. Option A is the answer. 3.5 and 4 years and 2000. A man invested rupees 5,000 at a fixed rate of simple interest and rupees 4,000 at 1% higher rate of simple interest. If the interest received in both the cases after a period of 4 years is same, the rate of interest in the former case is. See students, we are being told that 5,000 rupees and 4,000 rupees are invested. In one case, the rate of interest is, see, if I apply the formula P1 R1, I will directly write down the things over here, P2 R2. Okay. See, this is P1 is 5,000 and 4,000 at 1% higher rate of interest. Time is given to us for, see, T is 4 years in both the cases, so you need not write them. Let's say here the rate is R. In the second case, the principal is 4,000, the rate is R plus 1. T is 4 in both cases, so I am not writing it. Okay. Since T is 4, same in both cases, therefore I am not writing that. Now what we have is Right? Okay, so that way you can easily see this triple zero cancel. So r upon r plus 1 is 4 upon 5. Students, you can verbally solve this. You can write this as 1. So that means this is 1. We have r, we have 4, 4. So easily, therefore, a value of r is 4. Okay, the rate of interest in the former case is we need not do anything now. We just need to tell the rate of interest in the first case. So the rate of interest in the first case is 4%. Clear? So easily solved. There was a lot of things to be done, but we have done actually with the shortcut method. So the rate of interest is 4. This is all you need to calculate, nothing else. A woman invests money in three different schemes for 6 years, 10 years, and 12 years at rates of 10%, 12%, 15%, 7% respectively. At the completion of each scheme, she gets the same amount. The ratio of her investment is, let's say, her investments are X, Y, and Z. Okay. What are the investments, dear students? Investments are X, comma Y, and Z. On the first scheme, she invests in a way. We what we doing? P1 R1 T1. P1 R1 T1 is equal to P2 R2. T2 is equal to P3 R3 T3. Principal for first case is X. Okay, 6 years, 10%. Second case principal is Y, 10 years, 12%. Third case, the principal is Z. The principal is Z, and investment is done at the rate of 15% for 12 years. Now, what you need to do is you can directly take something common, 15 common. If I directly take 15 common, 5 and 3 if I take common, so this becomes X. If you take 3 common from here, you get 2. If you take 5 common from here, you get 2. Okay, again, 5 and 3 common, Y into 2 into 4 is equal to Z into 3 into 4. You take 5 common, you get 3. You take 3 common, you get 4. Overall, I've taken 15 common. So this way I get 4x is equal to 8y is equal to 12z. Again, we have got a similar question, I think, earlier also. Again, if you divide them by x, you get the ratio. See, since 4 is half of 8, though x will be double of y. X will be double of y only in this option. So this is your answer, but still we can do it in detail. Divide by 24, you get x by 6 is equal to y by 3 is equal to z by 2. Let's say this is k. Okay. Now what I have get, x is equal to 6k, y is equal to 3k, and z is equal to 2k. 632. This is your answer. Option D is your answer. I'm sure it must be very clear to all of you. Let's move to the next one. If the simple interest earned on a certain sum of money at the rate of 5% per annum for 8 years is rupees 840, on a particular principal, I earn an interest of 840 at the rate of 5% for 8 years. Find the rate of interest at which the same amount of interest can be received on the same sum after 5 years. Question might be a bit confusing, might appear to be a bit lengthy, but believe me, this is very, very easy question. We are given received on the same sum. Getting it, dear students? Received on the same sum. If the principal has to be received on the same sum, what I will do? I know P is same. So if P is same, then what will happen? R1 T1 is equal to R2 T2. P is same and interest is also same. And interest is also same. P is same as well as interest is same. So I hope you get it. R1 T1 is equal to R2 T2. R1 is 5. T1 is 8. R2 is given 5 years. R we need to find time is 5 years. 5 to 5 cancel. You easily get R is equal to 8% per annum. Option B is your answer. Very easy, dear students. I hope it's clear to all of you. I have covered all the possible questions of this type. Now let's move to the next one. Okay. Next time. Now, students, let's start with another type of questions. In this type of question, what will generally be asked is, it will be asked, let's say we change the rate of interest, what will be the change in the interest? If we change the rate of interest, what will be the change on the interest received on the same principal? Okay, let's say if rate is increased, then interest increases by how much? Similarly, if rate is decreased, then interest decreases by how much. This will be asked. A certain sum was invested at a simple interest at a certain rate of interest for 2 years. Okay, for it was invested for 2 years. It would have fetched rupees 60 more had it been invested at 2% higher rate. See, students, time is 2 years. Time is equal to 2 years. Rate is equal to R%. Okay. So interest will be how much? Interest will be 2R%. I have told you this thing in the beginning also. Interest will be 2R%. Now what is being told? It would have, this is I1, let's say. In second case, the time is again 2 years. Rate is given to us as rate is, it would have fetched rupees 60 more had it been invested at 2% higher rate. Find the sum had it been invested at 2% higher rate. See, so what will be the interest? The interest in this case will be 2 years at a rate of R plus 2. That will be 2R plus 4%. Okay, this is 2R%, this is 2R%, this is 4%. So this means I1 I2 minus I1 is equal to I2 minus I1 is equal to 4%. So this 4% is given to us as, this 4% is given to us as 60 rupees. Okay, what's over the principal? So we have 4% of the principal. So that means 1% of the principal is what? 15 rupees. Any number is 100% of itself. Okay. So the principal comes out to be 1500 rupees. Students, this was a lengthy method of doing it. Next time on, what I'll say is 2 years, 2%. So change is how much? That way the change is 4%, and this 4% is given to us as 60. Okay. So 1% of P will be how much? 15. So 100% will be how much? 1500 directly. We will be solving questions by this method. I hope it is clear to you. Let's move to the next one. Next question we have is, a person borrows rupees 5,000 for 2 years at a certain simple interest rate of 4% per annum. He immediately lends it to another person at 6 by 4% per annum for 2 years. Find his gain in the transaction. See, for some, let's say I borrow a certain amount at 4%. Okay, at 4%. This is I borrow. The same principal I lent out at 6.25%. Okay, so my gain is what? Clearly, while paying, when I'm borrowing, I'm paying 4%. But when I'm lending it out further, so I'm charging 6.25%. So I can say I make a gain of 2.2% gain on, the gain will be calculated on the, very sorry students, yeah, the gain will be calculated on the principal. So there's a gain of 2.25% on my principal, that is 2.25% transaction per year. We need to find the gain in 1 year. Gain in 1 year, that will be 2.25% of what? Of the principal. The principal is 5,000. I can say Double zero and double zero cancel, and one zero will be cancelled in removing the decimal. So one decimal is removed. 22.5 into 5. 22 into 5, 110. Zero point 5 into 5, 2.5. So it becomes 112.5. That is option number 1. A. Easy one. I hope everyone must have understood it easily. Let's move to the next one. Let's look at the next one. The difference between the simple interest received from two different sources on 2000 for 3 years is 18. The difference between their rate of interest is C students. Let's say difference between the rate of interest is, let's say in the first case the rate is R1, in the second case the rate is R2. Now the interest I1 and I2. Okay, we are given I2 minus I1. This is given to us as 18. What is I2 minus I1? I2 minus I1 will be P1 R1 T1 by 100 minus P2. Once I am doing it in detail, next time I will be using shortcut. Okay, P2 R2 T2 by 100. This is equal to 18. Now the principle is same in both cases. So I take P common, I take 100 common. Okay, the time for 3 years. Time is also same. So I take time as 3 years. Now what do I have is R1 minus R2 or R2. Let's just wait for a second. Let's say I1 minus I2. Okay, so P1 RT1, P2 RT2. R1, this becomes R2 minus R1. Okay, sorry, R1 minus R2. As per this is given to us as 18. Now the difference between their rate of interest, we need to find this. Okay, principal is given to us as 2000. So it's easy actually. How come? Double zero cancel. 3 cancel with 18 will give me 6. So what I'm left with, R1 minus R2 is equal to 6 by 20. That is equal to 0.3%, and so easily you can solve it. Okay, dear students, I hope this was easy. It must be clear to all of you. So the answer is option number C is your answer. Let's move to the next one. A certain amount earns a simple interest of rupees 1750 in 7 years. Had the interest been calculated at 2% more, how much more interest would it have earned? We need to tell how much more interest would have been earned if the interest was calculated at 2% more. But there's a problem. See, I get a simple interest of 1750. What is the simple interest? Simple interest is principal into rate into time by 100. This is simple interest. Now what I have is, I don't know the time initially, okay, of rupees in 7 years. So let's say the time is 7 years. I don't know the principal, I don't know the rate. See, I don't know the principal, neither do I know the rate. In the next case, my rate increases by 2%. Okay, a certain amount earns a simple interest of 1750 in 7 years. Okay, had the interest been calculated at 2% more. Now I know R plus 2, but I don't know the value of R plus 2. Neither do I know the value of P. Getting it? Even see, try to understand, students. From here, what I can conclude is PR is what? PR is, if you cancel this by this, so the product of PR is this. You 7, you cancel 1750, you get 250. 250 into 100 will be 25,000. The product of principal and rate is 2500. Now if you increase the rate by R plus 2, you cannot determine what will be the value of this. Why? Until unless you know both the values, then any of these values you can't solve it. So this way I can say data inadequate or cannot be determined. Cannot be determined. That is data inadequate in this question. Okay, I'm sure it must be clear to all. The next question we have is, a money lender finds that due to fall in the annual rate of interest from 9% to 3 by 4%, his yearly incoming diminishes by 61.50. His capital is, see, what is the change in rate of interest? Change in rate. Change in rate is, initially the rate was 9, now it becomes 8, 3 by 4. So the change is 1.1 by 4%. Okay. How much is the interest change? So change in interest, change in interest will be what? Change in interest will be equal to, change in interest will be equal to 1 by 4% of the principal given. Now what is given to us? Given is 1 by change. Now given to us is, what is given? That change in interest. It is being said his yearly income diminishes by 61.50. So change in interest is 61.50. We know, as per this logic, change in interest is 1 by 4% of P. Therefore 1 by 4% of P is equal to 61.50. Students, what does the word percentage means? Percentage means, see, percentage means divide by 100. Divide anything by 100, that's percentage. Okay. So P by, that way P by 4 into 100 is equal to 61.50, or you can say P is equal to 6150, double zero takes 50 decimal out, so that is equal to 150. See, 150 into 4, 150 into 4 will be 600, 4 into 6 will be 24, so that becomes 24 600. Option number C is your answer. I'm sure it must be clear, very clear to all of you. Okay, should we move to the next one? Yes. Next question. If the SI on a sum of money for 15 months at 7.5% per annum exceed the simple interest on the same sum for 8 months and 12.5% per annum by rupees 32.50, find the sum of money. See, it's actually very easy. What we need to do is, students, what we will be doing is, directly we will be doing, what is the difference? The difference is, see, I'm talking about rate and book. Difference is 15 months means 15 by 4 years into 7.5%. This minus, this minus what? 8 months. 8 months means 2 by 3 year and 12.5%. This way, this much percent of the principal is the difference. Okay. Rate into time minus rate into time, this much percent of the principal, this is the difference, and this is given to me as 32.532.50. Okay, dear students. So that way we can, what we can do is, I am very sorry, this is 15 by 12, these many months. Okay, 15 by 12 into 15 by 2 minus again 2 by 3 into 25 by 2. This is given to us as 32 point. I don't have too much space to write right now. No problem. Let me rewrite this so that we can fit the equation into this space. This is 15 by 12, or I can say this 15 by 12 is 5 by 4 into 15 by 2 minus, this is 2 by 3. 8 months means 2 by 3 into 25 by 2 percent of P. Percent of P means P divided by 100 is equal to 32.5. Okay, so from here what I can do is, let's say this becomes 5 into 15, 75 by 8 minus 2 and 2 cancel, minus 25 by 3 into P is equal to 32.5 into 100, that is 3 to 5, 5 into 10. Why I'm writing 3 to 5 into 10? Because I can cancel this by 25. Now what do I get? If I cancel everything by 28, it becomes 3 by 8 minus 1 by 3. Okay, 3 by 8 minus 1 by 3 into P is equal to, if you cancel this by 325, you will get 13. 25, na? 250 plus 75, 13 into 10. This calculation, I hope you can do yourself. So this becomes now, what does it become? 3 into 3 is 9 minus, this is 9 minus 8 by 24 into P is equal to 13 into 10. So what does happen? P becomes 130, yeah, 13 into 10 into 24. So again, let's multiply 14 and 13 and 14, 24. 13 into 24 becomes what? 240 plus 72. 24 into 10, 240. 24 into 3, 72. So 240 plus 72 is 312 into 10. That becomes 3120 with all detailed calculation. Nothing I've left. I've done everything in front of you. So your answer is option number C. That is 3120. Let's see what is the next question, dear students. At a certain rate of simple interest, rupees 6200 amounts to rupees 9176 in 4 years. See, we have 6120 after 4 years. After 4 years, it becomes 9176. Okay. If the rate of interest is calculated by 3%, is increased by 3%, it would amount to how much? Excuse me. Yeah. Now we are being told, if the rate is increased by 3%, it would amount to how much? See, if the rate is increased by 3%, so what will happen? I will get some extra income. Increased by 3% for 4 years. If the rate is increased by 3%, I will get some extra. We need to tell what is the sum of these two. What is the sum of these two? See, 3% for 4 year means 12% of 6200. I am so smart, I can't even copy properly. Huh? So 12% of 6200, this is the extra portion. Okay, this is the extra portion, or I can say this is equal to 12 into 62. So how to multiply this? First of all, 2 into 12 will give me 24, 2 carry. 6 into 12 give me 72. 72 plus 6, 764. So this is extra. Okay. Now if this is extra, then what do we need to get? It would amount to how much? So total becomes how much? Total becomes, earlier it was 9176 plus 764. This becomes 0. 1 carry. Okay. This was 9176 plus 764. Let me check if I haven't done anything wrong. 60 into 12 will give me 720. It was 744. Okay. 60 into 12, 722 into 12, 24. 720 and 24, 744. Again, 1 carry. 92 plus 7 is 99. This is 2 over here. So it becomes 9920 rupees. Do we have any such option? Yes, we have. Option C is our answer, and I'm sure it must be clear to all of you. Okay. Should I proceed to the next one? Let me just check if I've done sufficient questions of this type, and then I will move to the next topic. Otherwise, I'll do a few more of this type only. A sum of money was invested at a certain rate of simple interest for 2 years. Had it been invested at 1% higher rate, it would have fetched rupees 24 more. interest, the sum of monies. See students, just focus on the thing which we need to calculate. 1% more for 2 years. 1% more for 2 years means 2% more. So if this 2% is given to us as, if this 2% of principal is given to us, how much extra interest do we get? We get 24 interest. So 2% of principal is equal to 24. So 1% of the principal is equal to what? 1% of the principal is equal to 12, or I can say the principal is 1200. What does the word 1% means? 1% means 1%. This 1% is equal to 12, so P becomes 1200 rupees. Do we have any such option? Yes. Option number A is your answer, and I'm sure it must be clear to all of you. At simple interest, a sum of 2100 amounts to 2352 in 2 years. Okay. See, 2100 becomes 2352 in 2 years. If the interest rate is decreased by 1%, what is the new interest? See, what is the new interest? We have to tell the new interest. Okay, 2100. If interest decreases by 1% for 2 years, okay, then what will be the reduction? Let me just check if the portion at which I'm writing is visible or not. Yeah, it is visible. Okay, so this is 2352. From this, I subtract 1% for 2 years. That means 2%. Okay, 2% of 2100 is 42. 1% of 1% of, see, 1% of 2100 means how much? 21. So 2% of 2100 will be what? 42. So that is 42. This is the decrease. So what is my new amount? 2310. 2310 is the new amount. So what is the interest now? The interest will be 2310 minus amount minus principal. Okay. The interest will be, I am writing it in detail, amount principal, that is 2310 minus 2100, that comes out to be 210 rupees. I'm sure it must be clear to all of you. Now I think we have done almost all types of question. Let me just check if any one is remaining. Yeah, so I realized that we have done all the questions of this type. I've checked the previous questions also. I think that must be sufficient for this particular topic, this particular exercise, and I should be moving to the next one now. Okay, so let's wind this up right now, and let me move to the next topic.